All right, explicit data fetching. So not regular data fetching, not implicit data fetching, but explicit data fetching. Okay, so let's see what this means. And it's actually very simple. All we're doing, and this is why I love this section, is adding a button right here that something along the lines of submit. When they click on it, it will fetch the data versus every time you type, it hits up the API, which obviously is not optimal for a lot of reasons. But so let's add this button and get our data every time we hit it. All right, what do we need to do in order to achieve that? Well, let's see. Let's introduce a new state. So remember what states we have so far. We have search term and stories. Let's introduce a new one, URL, which, as you can tell based on the name, is the URL of the API that we're hitting up, which includes the search term. Okay, simple enough. What else? Well, now we're not fetching this. We're not fetching in this old way anymore. Instead, you can probably guess what we're gonna put in here. Can you guess? URL. That's right. Simple enough so far, right? Nothing too crazy. What else? What else are we doing? Well, we need to add a button and we need to handle the reaction to the button, right? That makes sense. So let's do that. So where does it go? So let's add a under. Okay, let's do it under right here, under handle remove story. We're gonna add, let me add one function at a time. So the first one is gonna be the handle search input. We're gonna add that first. So that will handle when there's a change in the, in the text box. So that's simple, right? Set the search term to whatever the input box is, and then a handle submit. I hope I'm not going too slow for you guys, which I suspect I might be. And in the handle search submit, all we're doing is setting the URL to the URL with the search term, the updated search, whatever is in the input text, in the text input box, that is. And I don't think we need handle change anymore. I think we can get rid of that. And I think that's it. I believe I covered it all. Well, the best way to find out is to just run it, and I'm missing something. Handle change is not defined, so somewhere I'm still calling on handle change, and because remember there's this function that I just removed, this right here. So whenever you remove something, you should probably ask yourself, well, where was it being used? Right? Sorry, a little bit of programmer's humor. So let's find it. Well, it's going to be in the return block, and I had it minimized, and it is right there in handle change, and we're going to replace it with handle search input. All right, refresh, save, refresh, and there we go. What are we still missing? Well, the actual button, right? We said we are going to add a button, and then I never added the button. So let's add the button. Where do we add it? Well, let's put it right after the input field. So here's the input field. Let's put it right there. Button. It calls on handle search and submit. So refresh. There we go. So now when we type up, still not behaving. Oh, what am I? Huh. What am I still missing? On input change. handle search. I feel like I'm missing something still because that behavior doesn't seem right. Oh, I think I know. In where which hook is keeping track of the search term, and we gotta change that to URL instead of search term because we have a new state, and I'm just trying to find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What am I missing? Oh, it might be. No, that's not it. Why would it be there? Search term. Is that it? Fetch. I think this is it. Yeah. Here, instead of keeping track of search term, that's why you see this behavior. We're not keeping track of search term. We're keeping track of URL now. So whenever the URL changes, this. So if I type this in now, nothing happens. In fact, if there's nothing in the text box, you can't even click on submit, which is kind of cool. So let's say node, submit. There we go. That's it. All right, guys, finally a section that's not too difficult to understand. All right, let's keep moving. Stay strong. Stay with me. Let's finish this series. We're about halfway done, almost halfway done. So let's just keep going. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, leave a comment. And all right, guys, take care. Bye.